This is a really big video for Kill la Kill episode 12, 13, 14, and 15, a 4-episode reaction. So click in the link in the description below to go watch my reaction, and then come back here to see my full thoughts, ideas, and theories about these episodes, and what I might consider... I always word that weirdly. Why? Um, and what I plan, theorize, whatever, what I think might happen next. So click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. So click away now. Okay, so it was really freaking cool to see this like animation go all out these episodes because like a lot freaking happened. It was like nonstop, like fight, 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 fight. It's just like every episode is like 12 fight, 13 fight, 14 fight, 15 fight. So that was really cool. It reminded me a lot of Gurren Lagann in the later episodes, basically. Just about the craziness that like happening, especially like with episode 14 and 15, both like kicking up just like everything, just all of a sudden. Um, but yeah, it was really freaking cool. The naked people, the nudists or whatever, their whole philosophy on no clothes but machinery is interesting because like isn't the whole point of like clothes the reason why they hate them is because it hides their natural body, but they jump into mech suits that effectively hide their body. Kinda. I mean, the women have to like go further out so that way their chests can come out. But I guess and also their butts and everything are hanging out the back. Anyway, doesn't matter. They have mech suits that they jump into. And I guess they made a mech suit for the rich guy so that way he can actually like fight properly without losing immediately. Which I had a big thing like between episode 13 and 14 or 14 and 15, one of those. There was I think I said mentioning how it was odd that the students weren't actually transforming, and it makes sense now because their suits were not ready yet. They were like quickly like thrown together, or not thrown together, but like they were still being made. So that's why they were wearing tracksuits and not actually transforming. I thought those were their new suits. I thought that was like what they look like, kind of thing, but they just weren't transforming, kind of thing. But it makes sense now that like they were just wearing those just to have something at least until like their actual suits came in. So, but it was really cool. Those episodes are really freaking badass. I really liked it a lot. It was really interesting to see Zenketsu actually be defeated, and then have his fiber basically distributed to all like the top students or whatever, to enhance their abilities, like where the disciplinary committee booklet people like growing the booklet and then tossing the book and like just destroying everything with it, and then the music band people, I'm guessing just using it to help them blow everything away, basically like blow giant hearts in the buildings and everything. And then I can't remember what the green students were. They were pretty much everything. They were like footballs, javelins, archery, like discus in a way, but like with a giant ball kind of thing. All that kind of stuff. So all of them had fibers too, or fire patches, say. Um, so yeah, it was really interesting to see all of that. I loved how Matoi just like rolled in there with like a bike and just like cut everything up and then just like grabbed all the pieces and threw it into almost like a guitar case kind of thing. I think that was her case that she used to put the scissor blade into, when she didn't know how to scale it down, like to shrink it down. She was able just to carry it around. I think that was the case that she used. Um, but yeah, we finally got to know about the Switchblade and everything and the origins. The Matoi's Mr. Matoi, the dad, created it more so maybe to well, additionally, but as a distraction method to like distract the one girl to ignore the fact that there might be a like Zenkets like in the world kind of thing. So him showing her that like this is what it does, and just like cuts whatever. She dodges it and everything. Gets stabbed with it, or he gets stabbed with with the blade, and then he rips off the blade and slices upward to cut her eye, which makes her lose her eye kind of thing. Um, that was really interesting to actually know the origins of that. It's interesting that it happened that night. Like I that was actually really cool because I would have thought like that happened like later on, whatever. Like so I was well, it would have been interesting if um the reason why her eye was lost was because she came back empty-handed. In a way, she killed the dad, but like I think she was supposed to go there to find out if she had Zenkets, basically, or if he had Zenkets. Um, so if she came back empty-handed with just like a half of a scissor blade kind of thing, then I was assuming that was the punishment, like just like losing an eye kind of thing. But it's actually really cool that the dad actually did that, just like swiping up with it, just cutting her. Um, she's still a really interesting character. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate her. Um, it's one of those characters that like I don't know where she draws her strength from. She reminds me a lot of Neo from Ruby. Just the sheer fact that she dodges everything and doesn't get hit by anything and very rarely gets hit kind of thing. So like super freaking like legendary rare like that she gets hit. So like she just dodges everything and then she can just like come in and like do the little pinky like thing with her fingernail and just rip out a thread kind of thing. So she's a specialist for sure. Um, but I don't know. It's just interesting that she has so much strength to fight Kamui or whatever, um, Zenkets and all them, um, or all the suits, whatever. Just like without a suit, like 'cause she doesn't have a suit, I don't think, unless her clothes are a suit. But it's actually really interesting to see her help uh, Ryuku get her suit back, her mojo back, basically, with like the whole deception of being the guy, and then like the puppets kind of like thing, which was really interesting. I'm wondering if that's her gift, like puppetry or whatever, like because she did that very easily, and I'm wondering like if that is like something to do with like something. I mean, it could just be like an ability she just learned from or whatever. But that was really interesting. Um, Oh gosh, what else? So a lot freaking happened in these episodes, and it was really awesome. Um, oh god, let's see. The giant war. There's like the attack on the Tri-City in literal terms. Whenever I hear Tri-City, I just never expected it to be like in the literal sense, like three cities. Tri-City for me, just I don't know. I don't actually know what I always considered Tri-City. It's just always like a term that I just never always looked up, like what the actual proper term is for Tri-City. Um, I always thought it was just like a downtown area or like something. Like I never really like actually looked into like that phrase before, but it makes sense like now. In this term, it's like Tri-City, three cities in this sense. Um, but because it like in like movies and everything, they're all like the Tri-City area kind of thing. So that's kind of like when I'm kind of had that notion that it might just be like a downtown sort of area. But I don't know. I'm just naive in that sense. Um, anyways, it was really interesting to see the war and everything. What she did, what she was planning on doing, because she was trying to lure out the apes, the naked apes, which I said in my reaction was it really was a. I'm not sure if it's like a direct reference, to Gurren Lagann, or is it just like a is it like legitly like that's their faction name kind of thing? Like that's their what they call themselves, the Naked Apes kind of thing. But I don't think it's the Naked Apes. I think it's like the nudist colony or uh, was it Naked Beach or Nudist Beach, something like that. I feel like Beach was involved in this the name. But anyways, they referenced Naked Apes in the episodes. Episode 12 or 13. I can't remember exactly. It was when Motoy was Or was it when I can't remember now. I can't remember if it was when she was going crazy, her blood boiling and all kind of stuff, changing into a monster, or was it after the fact? I can't remember. Someone mentioned it, um, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if that's a like indirect reference or like just like whatever. But nevertheless, it's really cool to have stuff like that that kind of in a way sort of references Gurren Lagann, which is cool. Oh gosh, what else? What else? What else? The monster fight. That was really interesting. It's actually interesting that she can actually lose control, and Zenket's kind of in a way. Well, yeah, Zenket said even he wasn't in control. Zenket said he said that himself. Like he was not in control. It was all Matoi. She was the one who enticed it. She was the one who kind of gave into it. Um, and Zenket's just trying to come and like live basically. Like it's trying to um, do what he does, which is like suck up all the blood and then just like go with it kind of thing. Even though he did kind of go crazy, she was going even crazier. So she was still in control. Just Zenketsu was kind of brought up to her level in terms of like madness, basically. Um, but then our good friend, the Spaz girl, um, she was Mako. Yeah, Mako. She jumped in and talked sense into Matoi, so that was really good. Um, Brought her back down to calm levels, and that made Zenketsu revert back to his normal clothes, kind of thing. So he was saying that he was saying how like he was not in control of what happened there. It was all Matoi's doing. She went into that form and she got out of that form like willingly on her own. So that was really interesting. And I'm thinking that's why the newest colony people maybe are more lenient on her because she's able to get out of that form, like willingly and not like give in to the monster kind of state kind of thing. So I'm wondering if that was one of the reasons why they helped her and not going after her as well, kind of thing. Like, I'm wondering if they're okay with her now. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways, oh gosh, what else? All the Tri City schools were really interesting. The people who had like the was how did he describe it? He just like the one nerd guy. He described it like I don't even know. But my guess is on his explanation, some kind of like weave thing in the sky, um, that was able to project um the monsters like in the air and everything, able to not they weren't attacking anybody. They were just like scaring people. But yeah, I think that's what he was saying too. How it was like feeding on their mind or like affecting their mind basically. And then what he did was just he just cut uh the bubble thing whatever. He cut that and they just like he just vanished kind of thing. And then after that she went off the rails with destroying the whole place pretty much. Then we had the basically like American like school, but it was like it was different because it was like I don't even know how to describe. They had the American football like gear on, and they had like steak and all that kind of stuff. But like I don't remember exactly what their original like thing was. I don't know. Anyways, they were pretty interesting. They had tanks and everything. Um, But the one that really was interesting and obnoxious and all kind of stuff was the one rich guy, who threw money at everybody to fight his war. Basically, it's really interesting that everyone just went with it. Like I was wondering if his money was just for the school. Like I was thinking like when when Mako grabbed a bunch of money from the guy, I expected the money to be like nothing to the people outside. Like they're like really good for the school, and the school really wants the money, but the people outside like are like it's worthless to them kind of thing. Like I was like fully expecting that. But I practically heard it like walk up here like I want this and like holding him money and he's like what is that? Like I don't want that kind of thing. Like I was expecting that, but apparently everybody in the entire city like wants this kind of like special money or something. Like I don't know. It's weird. But him himself is like a obnoxious freaking character. Um, he's basically like a pimp, basically. Um, yeah, I don't know how else to describe him, but that's pretty much what he is. But yeah. So what else happened? Jesus, a lot freaking happened, and I'm forgetting a lot of it. So apologies if I did forget anything major. Like I always say, leave a comment down below, and I'll give you my insight on the certain thing that I forgot. Obviously, no spoilers. No spoilers for future content. If you do spoil, my moderators will remove your comments, and I will not be able to read it. So if you want me to talk to you and everything like that, don't spoil. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be it for this this thing. What's gonna happen next? Let's see. I feel like she's going to. I feel like Matoy is gonna go back to the city, the original city, and then keep fighting them. Basically, like keep trying to win against their students in the Elite Four again, like refighting them for like the third time. I guess the second time, well, kind of a third time, something like that. So yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen and go back to the city kind of thing. I think the mom is gonna intervene at some point. Raggio, one of those. The actual mom, the one who has like the rainbow hair and the rainbow glowy uniforms and that kind of thing. Yeah. So my theory on her being what did her say? With the class student body president, whatever, with her and her mom, my theory was like she was making uniforms without her mom's knowledge on all that kind of stuff, but it seems like they both know. She's just kind of letting it happen. The mom is letting her do this. So I don't know. It's interesting. Not entirely sure what to think about that. I'm wondering if she knows everything or if she's just like pretending to kind of vaguely know about everything, kind of thing. I don't know. Anyways, I guess that'll be it for today. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next week's episodes. Not sure how many there are, but expect at least 3 or more. Thanks so much for watching. See ya, buddy.